Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to AI Dungeon Crawlers. Today is Friday, October 22nd, 2021, and welcome to the dungeon, where the five of us traverse the treacherous mind of a sinister AI programmed with the insights of 10,000 authors, throwing cramped corridors at our every turn as we struggle to make the next greatest space horror movie, since we realized an open-concept spaceships are just the way to go. Just a friendly reminder, if you link your Amazon Prime to Twitch, you unlock Twitch Prime, which gives you one free subscription to any channel on the platform per month, and we would love it if you used it here. We also have a tip jar down below if you feel so inclined, but if you really want to support the show, be sure to share it with friends and family, follow us on Instagram, as well as like and subscribe if you are watching on YouTube. It's a huge help. To shed some light on space tonight, I've got a book of quotes from Mr. Space himself, Carl Sagan. The universe seems neither benign nor hostile, merely indifferent. You ever see that shit, Carl? Space spiders. It's pretty hostile. The universe is not required to be in perfect harmony with human ambition. Well, I've got a protagonist who I beg to differ, Carl, ambitioning all over this universe. It's our hero tonight, Eric Lehman. Hey,
Hi,
Eric.
Jack. I like your spider.
Thanks. I'm going to get rid of him in a minute. It looks like I have spiders on my Are you scared of space?
Not really, no.
No?
I would go to space in a heartbeat, Jack.
Oh, me too. I honestly,
Yeah, I know,
immediately, yeah.
Send me to Mars. I'll die there if I can be the first person to step on
On impact, preferably.
it. Oh, thanks. I don't know if I want to do the show anymore.
Oh, no. Oh, what have I done? It's
All
the
right.
spiders,
Well, anyways,
right? Just tell me, be honest.
To help me on that impact, I've got some space wine to drink tonight.
Space wine, nice.
Space wine.
It's so thematic every week.
Yeah, so it's sherry actually, but well, what is sherry if not just wine that's been given some space, left to fortify a bit, have a few experiences, come around. Maybe they're a little bit scarred, but they're the better for it. And now I'll drink it. Anyway, I thought in true the scariest thing in space horror is whenever you're forced to be in a confined space. So I think we should drink for claustrophobia every time that we find ourselves in a confined space. And of course, as always, if you want to drink along at home, anytime we want to retry something that the AI, anytime we want to try something the AI gives us, we're going to drink to forget. So if that sounds good to everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, I already forgot because I was
Always.
drinking.
Yeah, great, Eric. It's great. Yeah,
It's great. Good job, Eric. If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. Well, I ate one this morning, and I didn't invent shit, Carl. 0 for 3. Tell them about it, Jesse. Our narrator tonight, it's Jesse Beam.
Let me tell you,
Jesse.
apples are just the worst.
What?
I'm kidding. I love apples, except for Red Delicious. They are just such a misnomer. Red Delicious they're the actual worst.
Okay, Jesse.
We're going into space, Jack. I brought my helmet. I'm putting it on. Here we go.
All right. All right. Good. Would you ever go to space? What are you doing?
Camera makes that look like it's blurring out your face.
You just have something untoward on your forehead that's blurring out.
My forehead is censored because it's inappropriate, guys.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. Was there a question in all of that?
Would you ever
I think we've started a good discussion. Screw apples, guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
And he wrote it on his forehead, and Big Apple is censoring it.
I just wanted to have the longest introduction.
Would you ever go to space?
Yes.
Great. Imagination will often carry us to worlds that never were. But without it, we go nowhere. You hear that, Noah? This turtleneck-wearing bastard's shitting all over your drawings. Rubbing it in Carl Sagan's face tonight, it's illustrator Noah Schaefer.
God damn, I'll always rub it in Carl Sagan's face, my God.
Oh.
Noah, what? No, I'm not letting this happen. Noah, what would you want to see in space?
Well, I was so ready to answer the one question. You hit me with a curveball here. What would I want to see in space? I would really want to see. I want to see alien civilizations. I want to see how they grow. I want to see what their cultures are, and if they also have that, like if they have a love of kind of their own culture and sculpture and art. I want to see what aliens think is beautiful.
A love of their own culture. They hate their own
Well,
culture.
no,
Everything they make, they're like, God, this sucks so bad, but I can't stop looking at it.
I mean, that's just me and my art. So, anyways.
Oh, no.
Alien race of failures every time they try to make anything.
Oh, no. Alien race of masochistic failure.
That's
Every
what I want
star-
to see in space.
Every star could be a sun to someone. Why, anyone could be at those suns. Even our guest, who will be playing everyone. But if they're everyone, all of those people use this sun as their sun. Checkmate, Mr. Cosmos. Our guest tonight is Brian Kling.
Oh,
Hey,
my
Brian.
God. Hey.
Brian, where would you not want to go in space?
I don't know. Fucking anywhere. It's
What? Do you not?
hostile.
You don't like space?
I love space. I love space. I love looking
Okay.
at space. It's
Okay.
nice to appreciate from a safe distance.
Space is best with space, they say.
You know, would I go? Would I go? Probably. Like, you don't say no if someone's like,
Wait,
hey,
yeah,
you want
right?
to go to space?
Oh, yeah, fair. That question doesn't
but-
come up often, but if it were,
But
yeah.
if it were, you don't say no to that. But do I want to go? No, I would go, but it's scary. It's cold and it's uncomfortable and you die.
That's just life, Brian.
Yeah.
Scary and cold and
I want
uncomfortable.
to
and then you
die in the warm embrace of gravity and not floating.
That's when you come back from space.
Which, if you don't
You
do
know-
it carefully, is what kills you.
It's very much a warm embrace of gravity. That's the truth. In fact, you can't die that way until you go to space.
Checkmate, Brian.
Wow. Is this how you treat all your guests? You're supposed
No.
to agree with me.
Just the ones we hate.
We're not disagreeing. We're building.
We're making you better. Oh, and slumped in the air duct because he's had too much engine fluid. It's me and my 88-mouthed xenomorph. He's a one-man choir. It's actually amazing what those mouths can do.
Oh, boy.
No, stop it. Friends, we're going to space.
Hey.
Deep space. Scary, spooky space. Brian, did you have anything you want to say before we kick it off? All right. Well, then, here we go.
The Black Widow was built to be a spy station orbiting Saturn. It was tasked with monitoring all communications in the burgeoning Terran Empire. It sat unmanned and alone until the emergence of the monolith, an enormous liquid metallic orb that ascended from the surface of Titan. Now, a small commando team has been sent to the Black Widow to retrieve data on the orb and discover the monolith's origins. You are Major Roland Maruani on board the Black Widow. Your mission is to recover any and all data on the monolith and its location. You are the commanding officer of a group of 10 soldiers. You sent 2 reconnaissance probes down to the monolith to see what was down there moments ago, and it was awe-inspiring. The monolith overshadowed the probes and destroyed them outright. This is no mindless alien life form. The Black Widow shakes as an explosion is heard somewhere deep in the station. The monitors attached to the probes show a shadowy figure that looks like a large black mass.
This is not what we came here for.
You say to yourself.
The probes are gone, and the information they held is gone with them.
You stand up from your command chair and address your troops.
I've already got something written because I'm so a pro.
Whoa!
You say,
Looks like we're gonna have to go and investigate this thing manually. Everybody suit up. We head into the station in 15 minutes.
you watch as everyone checks their weapons and straps on their combat suits. They are the best of the best. You walk over to Freya Raberg and ask her,
That shadowy figure we saw. Have you seen anything like it? She takes her time to answer.
After a
usually.
pregnant
Thanks about
pause.
Really pregnant pause.
Check
She's
my
very
watch.
thoughtful.
So this is where I then say a thing.
Yeah.
This is working.
This is
Okay, look over the nice and soft. I haven't seen anything.
There's text.
There's text?
Yeah.
No, she wrote. Oh my god! I derailed your show.
We write the lines for you on this show.
Oh,
Brian, you've
yeah.
done this twice. Brian, this isn't a new
you've
experience for you.
changed everything. I don't know what's
We didn't
different.
change anything,
Do you
Brian.
think we just made all of this up?
We're really good improvisers.
Wow.
Okay. No.
She replies with a frown.
But I have seen something similar in the past.
But-
It didn't end well either.
Well, let's hope this ends better.
You say, looking her directly in the eyes. She quickly looks away, embarrassed that she's been caught staring.
Well, let's suit up then.
She says as she walks out of the room.
Chat, why was she staring at me? What strange
There's
thing
something
do I have
on
on
your
my
face.
face?
Oh, no.
I gotta tell you, man, we might be on a ship, but we're also going into a ship.
Oh.
relationship.
Oh, got it. Yes. It wasn't
Screw
funny
you
until
guys. I'm
explained
putting my visor back down.
You know what?
Visor of shame.
Him. It censors your face.
I ship this relationship.
Ah.
Ship this ship. This is a good ship-to-ship shipping.
So does anyone feel like Reyes is a little bit gaslighty here?
Yeah, I was going to say, I've never seen anything like this before, except for that one time I saw
Twilight.
something not much unlike this. All right. This is Freya, right? Is that who you're
Yes.
playing, Brian?
That's
Yeah,
who's
yeah, this is Freya.
Oh, I love it. Freya is just the least German person I've ever heard in my life. I
Does it
love it.
say she's German?
She is supposed to be German. We did.
Yeah, we're
have this
changing it.
pinned.
We're changing it.
We're
now.
changing it now.
now.
Great.
No,
She's
no,
no
no.
longer
Fired
She's
the
German.
first.
She's German. I'm
Oh,
just.
oh, okay.
It didn't say it, so I didn't write it.
We had the actress in for the pilot, and then we canceled her and brought her a new actress who can do an accent in for the second episode.
This is a weird German accent. It comes and goes.
I think in the days of Marvel movies, that's called Don Cheadling.
Oh boy. Uh-oh. Sticky Stickman points out that Freya is a Norwegian name, not German. She could be an immigrant.
Her parents liked Norwegian culture, but they were, German.
Look,
Yeah, what's her last name again?
They all went and raided everywhere. Ryberg is her last name.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
That's pretty German.
What are you thinking of doing?
Let's go talk to Jop.
Oh, yeah.
Jop.
Everyone's favorite Swedish psychologist, Jopsep.
He's a psychologist and a linguist, right?
Yes.
The classic duo.
Yeah. So he's here not only to understand us, but to speak to us.
Putting that linguistics degree to good use. Talking to people.
He reads so many languages so well. He texts everybody so good. I feel like we're all pretty calm considering an explosion recently racked this station, and also there's an orb from another race of beings emerging from Titan that blew up our probes.
We're pros, Jack.
Kind of feels
We're
like
so
the beginning
pros.
of every video game where the quest is happening, but you got to go talk to the NPCs first.
Right.
Get tidbits of
There's a
information before you can go into the corridor.
Right, you got to go to all the exclamation
Yeah.
points and check them off the list.
And one guy's just like, I can't find my ferret. Can you help me find my ferret?
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for your ferret.
You walk over to Yupsep, trying not to think of your disfigured face.
Oh, Lord.
Yup. Have you made any progress with the strange signals we intercepted from the monolith?
That's Jopsep.
He says, annoyed.
And I've been working on them since we got the call. That's German.
He's a Swedish man.
But I'm a linguist, not a quantum physicist. I do not do a good Sweden. They're going to sound very similar, I'm telling you.
I think everybody traded accents to screw with the captain.
Just to screw with you.
It's funny.
He's a linguist. He can take on whatever accent.
Yeah, he
was,
just speaks
yeah.
in the international phonetic alphabet, so.
Yeah.
not a quantum physicist, so I don't have all the fancy equipment to properly analyze the messages.
But you figured out what they mean?
You ask, raising an eyebrow.
I think so.
Yop says, putting down a small wooden puzzle cube that he's been playing with.
What are you doing a Rubik's Cube for?
It's his
Yup,
character
have a
quirk.
job.
Yeah.
His character quirk is playing with wooden puzzle cubes. Oh,
Sure.
all right. Well, let's just
I
find
dig
out
it.
what it says.
I'm going to say, go on.
There it is.
Continue.
All right. Please carry on.
Go on.
I believe the signal is a warning.
Yop says,
It keeps repeating the same few words over and over. I believe it says, danger. Danger, leave this place. Danger, danger, leave this place.
That's
a-
you say dismissively.
Wait, that thing killed a human.
I know.
Yop says,
But the message keeps saying danger, and that's what it sounded like to me.
it can't be dangerous. It killed a human.
Killed a man.
Can we retry? Can we drink
yeah,
to
let's
forget?
drink to forget. All right, everybody, drink up. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Actually, he said.
Well, I think they are a set of coordinates.
Co-ordinates?
You ask?
You mean like for a map?
Exactly. I'm
Yop
pretty
says-
sure.
He says excitedly.
I'm pretty sure the first set is set to Earth, the alleged homeworld of those space marines we fought. The next set is obviously here, on board this station. The last one worries me, though.
Oh?
Yup.
Yup. Continues.
What?
I'm hitting enter. Let's see what's
No,
good.
All right.
Yup says yep.
Aren't we the Space Marines?
Oh, I was gonna say we've learned. This is the twist of the whole piece. Is
So
that
it's
we're
learned that
actually
we are the problem.
We're aliens.
I am 80% sure it's a set of plotted coordinates to a planet named Tartaros.
Tartaros.
Oh, yes.
Yup says. Thrilling dialogue of exposition, and then the captain going,
Oh, yes.
you mean this?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I think that they're literally just trying to keep me doing this German-Swedish accent for as long as they can.
For as long as possible. Yeah.
It's in your contract.
love
That's
it.
why we hired the new actor.
All right.
Christ.
Oh.
Now we got Greek mythology. That's true.
And
Tartaros.
All the
you
mythologies.
say,
Freya and-
What's Tartaros?
Tartaros is a planet.
Yup says.
That's it.
That's it?
You ask?
Nothing else?
Well, there's more.
The crew keeps gaslighting the captain. There's nothing else except for this. He picks up a
I know,
piece
I
of
looked at
paper. He picks up a piece of paper and starts reading it out loud.
Tartaros is a planet covered in molten lava. It also contains organic compounds that produce more methane than Earth's atmosphere. It is a habitable planet, but life cannot exist there due to the extreme heat.
Okay.
Wait.
I think we call that uninhabitable. There we go. You say, raising an eyebrow.
Anything else?
Well, it used to be home to an ancient civilization of carnivorous humans.
This is something you lead with, yup.
Really burying the lead on this one.
really burying. This is aliens, yup. This is first contact with aliens.
It's a planet. It's not interesting in the slightest, except that it's covered in volcanoes and ancient civilizations. But
all
yeah,
right, that
whatever.
sounds pretty boring.
There's no life there except for those,
Ancient race of carnivorous humanoids.
carnivorous humans.
That's what it says here.
Yup says, shrugging.
Pull
God.
the Encyclopedia Britannica or something.
I'm looking this up on Space Wikipedia.
Oh, sorry. I was
yeah.
thinking about the
Basically.
place Tartarus from mythology. Sorry. It's
Oh, I see. Okay, and this is all information we're getting from a signal from the probe.
Apparently,
Or sorry,
and
from the big thing. Yes, maybe. Apparently,
I
Yeah,
guess
well,
we're gonna
like-
find out.
I guess so. I don't know.
I don't
about
know
this.
if we really believe him, right? Like, I feel like he's trying to
he's pulling our leg
justify
a
his
little bit.
paycheck, you know?
I mean,
Oh, that's
I
fair.
wouldn't believe him.
No,
We've
Mr.
been burned by
barely
this crew
believes in
too many
space.
times to start believing them now.
I mean that's not really a relationship you want to have with your crew.
No.
No, I feel like they hired him,
I
and
don't
then
know
like
about
about 3 weeks into the mission, they found out, and they're like, "Well, we can't send him home."
Ah, shoot. I can't read. It's not even Swedish.
It's like the
He's
director's
clearly
son.
German.
Oh man, Yups up the actual one's just sitting in an airport in Malmo. Oh, I wonder what
He's-
does here.
He's starting to get confused. He's starting to realize something might be wrong.
It's been 3 years
been here
since
for
I've
3
gotten here,
years,
and
yeah.
they have not picked me up from the airport yet.
This is a very expensive trip.
Is that how you do Swedish?
I'm sick of eating at the
Yeah.
airport subway.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Well, maybe we might recast. We'll see if I
Oh,
can
we
pull
might
that off.
recast him again. This show famously was fraught with recastings,
Well,
Just
actually,
left and right.
we're cutting between all of the different adaptations of this.
Oh, I see. There's been 2 or 3. Yeah.
Well,
this
it was
is the
also
best
a
of.
it was also a weird mix of everybody who was on this show for like a season got really really big and then got a movie deal and left.
Oh, I see.
So
oh,
we just keep like going through actors like crazy,
oh man.
right?
mean,
like
for
like
many
Bill
people, this
Shatner
was-
was on
yeah.
this before he was Bill Shatner. So like
Wow.
once his career took off, he had to just go, man.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, he played Yelp actually at first.
Really?
It
Bill
was the
Shatner?
original. Yeah.
And then he went 2
There's
sound
nothing
stages
on
down.
the planet except for those
There's
carnivorous
nothing
humans.
on the planet.
A Swedish Bill Shatner is not.
I think
what
I think
thought
they
I'd
brought
see
him back
in
for
my
the
life.
movie adaptation to play the alien as like a gag cast, you know.
Oh, fun. Yeah, because everyone knows that Bill Murray directed the movie adaptation.
Mhm,
Actually,
yeah.
Hmm. You got some more text for us,
I got
please?
some text.
Oh,
You
thank
say.
God.
Well, you keep on that, yup.
Soon you are all suited up and ready to head into the Black Widow station.
We go in and try and find Victor Kasparian. He's the only person stationed here, and if he's still alive, he might know what's going on. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Ah. This is the Scottish girl, Brian.
Thank you. Thank you. So that's the plan.
Lucy asks.
That's the plan.
You reply. The 4 of you
All right.
head towards the Black Widow station, which has a small landing bay for visiting shuttles.
Before I go any further, I do want to read out the 2 Do Something Stupids. I have read them. Don't worry. They are there. One from both from the Mysterious Bee.
Okay.
First is he wants you to spill the space wine, or as it's known in some circles, spine. So, just the word spine.
what?
Be sure to include, I don't know, something about space wine, and we'll call it spine, and we spill it. The other one is when we meet Victor, he would like to feel the smell of Bellamore, perhaps the worst cigarette in the known universe. Smoke could scare off any alien life form if need be. Just hideous, terrifying, disgusting smoke. Colbert says, as a person from Wales, that Scottish accent sounds more Northern England than Scotland. So brush up, Brian.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah, look, you're getting my best.
I mean,
My
what
best-
we have here in the studio today is none other than Shaggy from Scooby-Doo and the Lost Temple. What's it called?
the lost city of gold.
The Lost City of Gold, touring all across Canada. Wow.
Oh gosh.
Wow, it's just the biggest celebrity we've ever had on the show. And Jesse's been on YTV.
Whatever.
Oh gosh.
There he is. All right.
There it is.
Cool. I like how everybody in the crew just asks you a question and says, yep, that's correct. And then we move on with our lives. Sticky Stickman would like to know what YTV is.
YTV is Canada's premier kids after-school programming that airs a lot of Nickelodeon content. So it's sort of
They
our
do a
answer
lot of
to Nickelodeon.
Oh, wait. Your answer to Nickelodeon is to air their content.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they do their own stuff too, but mostly
Do
just
they
stuff
have
from the
their own
States.
like bits in between and stuff?
Because it's Canada, and we just take, American stuff and then slap a different label on it and call that our culture.
What's the plan? That's the plan. Understandable. Have a nice day.
It's a really like low stakes captaining style.
Yeah, I like it actually.
You enter the station with your commandos and are greeted by the acid smell of lit Bellamores, the worst cigarettes in the known universe.
Spread out. Find Victor.
He must be alive and smoking. I feel like that would have been one of the captain's lines. I'm not sure why they gave that to the narrator.
It's his internal monologue.
Yeah, right. He must be alive and smoking. You all move into the station, weapons raised. You hear coughing from behind a door to your left, along with the tapping of a keyboard.
There.
You point towards the door, and Lucy steps forward to open it. The room is small, contains only a desk and a chair. Sitting at the desk is a middle-aged man with graying hair and a thin face.
Who could they be? Oh, is this Victor? And he's smoking a cigarette.
It must be, right?
The captain's going to go, are those cigarettes? And he's going to say, yep. Understandable. Have a nice day.
Well observed, Captain.
He's going to say, are those cigarettes? He's going to go, no. They're only the cigarettes that I brought up.
They're cigarillos.
You say,
Victor Kasparian. Is that you?
Major.
he says, standing up.
Everyone's German.
The German space program in this indeterminate future has just really taken off.
Right.
You have no idea how happy I am to see you.
Is there something I can do for you?
You ask, confused.
You seem in need of assistance.
I am in need of a drink.
He says.
Please, may I invite you and your commandos to join me for a drink?
You pause, not entirely sure what to make of this or how to respond. If
Sounds
that doesn't
like a
sum up our
trap.
show.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the bottle that we wanted to do? A bottle
it
of
was
spine?
Spine. Space
spine.
Spine. This feels like a trap. Am I reading too much into the evil Russian stereotype? Is this my fault?
Well,
Look.
Maybe it's a red herring in that it's clearly, obviously a trap, but it will turn out not to be.
Question for you, Brian. Colbridge would like to know, is that Russian or German?
It's Russian now. It started German.
I like it. Everyone's very multinational here. We appreciate
I panic, and I
That's
play
okay. You're
I play a German character in D&D. It's just my go-to. You got it.
Oh, you're just defending entire swaths of our user base. That's all.
Stick as Stickman says, simple. It's East German.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, great.
Everything is East German if you go far enough.
Don't think about that too hard.
No, think about it as hard as you'd like. Spud Wizard says, it's the future. Nationalities and accents have all blended and swapped around.
It's a real Tower of Babel situation.
Yeah, it's big musical chairs, but of voices.
Wouldn't that just be music?
I refuse to answer that.
Okay.
I enjoy this impasse here that we've come across because it says we're not entirely sure what to make of this or how to respond. So it's kind of
you're
a
right.
paradox.
Anything we do, the
Crap.
AI is just like, well, now there's nothing you can do.
I didn't mean to do that on say.
Uh-oh. You
Oh,
say,
wait.
hey.
He narrates what he's doing.
Wait 1 second.
Oh, I see.
Wait, where did it go?
It's probably scrolled up a bit.
I'm just gonna take out that. Okay.
Oh, smart. Yeah, get rid of those quotation marks.
All right.
Nice. All right, take it away.
He pulls out a bottle of Spine, a form of bootleg wine brewed in space. He pours a glass for himself and takes a long sip. You say,
Victor, have you been able to find anything out about this monolith?
Of course.
he says, taking another sip of the spine, this time a larger one.
I have found out all kinds of information about the monolith.
Damn it.
But for some reason, my equipment is not working properly. It's almost as if something does not want me to learn anything about it.
What? Isn't that convenient?
You ask? Whoop they fucking do.
Here we go. Well, do we just want to hit enter, or do we want to pry him for it?
I'm just gonna say something.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like it's the influence
all
of the
dialogue
monolith,
is
though.
written in the same way. Oh, sorry.
I feel like it's the influence of the monologue. It's making everybody like a little bit loopy and like.
And like not really listening to each other when they talk.
Yeah, maybe.
And talking
you know.
German?
Yeah, everyone, the monolith is a German monolith. That don't make sense.
Explains a lot. I
Everyone
want to know
except for our
from
hero.
Twitch chat what they think SPINE stands for. Oh, here we go.
Space-produced, intoxicating, novel inebriator.
That's pretty good.
Isn't inebriator start with an I, though?
It does.
Not in space.
Otherwise, it's spinny. something German engineering.
There you go.
So it's space-produced, intoxicating German engineering. Country Buns, you should feel ashamed of yourself. That's the next one. I'm working on one good.
You say.
Look, someone here needs to stop talking in riddles. Victor, who else is here with you? We picked up a shadowy figure in our scans. Oh, this is a new character.
I am here.
A deep, raspy voice says from beside you. You jump, spilling your drink on yourself and looking around desperately for the source of the voice. Even Lucy and Yup, the toughest commandos you know, seem terrified.
I have been here all along.
The voice says again, this time from in front of you. You scream as you see its source. It's a black figure with horns. Sorry, we can take that scream again.
Okay.
Sorry, you want to take that screen one more
We should
time?
take this group again. Okay.
You scream as you see its source.
Udahagen. Ah!
It's a black figure with horns. Its body a writhing mass of tentacles and eyes.
Oh my god.
Thank you for acting it, Brian. Let's end our act here. What do we say to it?
Oh yeah, this is great.
What do we say
We've
to?
met the antagonist.
How about we say they don't pay me enough for this shit?
There's one more Do Something Stupid from Red Gamer Soul where we see the monster in the corner and it runs away and we're the only one who sees it, but clearly in this version of the script, James Cameron's directing and it just like comes out of nowhere. We see it.
We'll try and
full
put that
force.
in later, you know.
That's good.
Yeah, it was like we spent $3 billion on this costume. We need to see it. You say.
They don't pay me enough for this shit.
You run from the room, screaming.
Ah!
No longer caring about being cowed by your commanding officer. The
I
figure,
am the commanding.
the
Not
figure,
anymore.
obviously your shadow, is left behind as you dash down the hall, just barely hearing Lucy and Yup following you before you turn a corner and they're out of sight. You keep running, desperately looking for somewhere to hide when you see a group of half a dozen people wearing black cloaks gathered around the doorway. They are human, or at least they look human.
All right, I say we drink to forget just because.
One more time. Yeah.
All right, one more time.
Doors and corners, says Sticky Stick Man. Let's take this again.
You say.
Oh no! I think they've taken me saying I don't.
Oh no! They don't pay me enough for the shit as for you to run screaming for your
Screaming
life
from the
every
battlefield.
time.
Because you straight up
All right.
leave. You get on the ship and just blast
Yeah,
it.
you did that. This one you
End of
literally just
adventure.
flew away.
They
one
don't pay
more.
me enough for this shit, and then I'm going to do. You.
Okay. Make it a good actor. Good action.
A good actor.
Make it a good actor.
Oh crap.
Christopher Walken.
Your.
James Gandolfini.
To.
Yeah. I'm almost just imagining that this writhing eye tentacle creature should just have been Christopher Walken.
Oh, no.
Guys,
Hey.
I've been here all along.
We've always been here.
Always.
Why is everyone ignoring me?
Don't worry, I'm here.
2 mice fell in a bucket of cream.
Don't run from me. I'm not mean.
I'm just misunderstood. Please, sir. Please come back.
Why do they always run?
Why?
Is it
do they
because I
always
sound
run?
like Christopher Walken?
I'm trying my best.
Yeah, I imagine this like alien horror has been absorbing Earth culture for like 2,000 years, and the best they could come up with was Christopher Walken.
I mean, it's truly the best we could come up with.
Oh, here we go.
You raise your gun and nod to Lucy. She opens up on the monster with her minigun. The bullets tear through the creature's flesh, and it lets out a scream of what sounds like pain.
Come on.
You shout to your men as you lead them through the airlock to the docking bay.
Lucy, Yop, stay here. Provide covering fire.
You run through the airlock into the docking bay and ready your gun. You see half a dozen of the creatures approaching. You sight up one and put 2 shots into its skull, killing it instantly.
Oh, wow. That was
There are
easy.
half a dozen creatures now?
Yeah.
Well, we just killed 1, so there's only 5 now.
This is a stressful situation. All of them are speaking like famous character actors. There's
We got
Christopher Walken
Christopher
over
Walken,
there.
we got
Ron
Bill
Perlman's
Shatner.
over there. William Shatner's over there. Yeah.
Well, like I said, everyone who was in this TV show got really, really big and then left.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So it's actually
All of them
them.
played the monsters, yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger was in it for a hot minute.
Sly Stallone was the one that got shot, unfortunately. He didn't have any dialogue.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you just hear, how does he sound like,
Shot right in the face. Just a hideous cacophony of noises.
oh, man, you sound it,
It's great. It's great.
They had him in the booth for like 15 minutes just making random noises, and they cut them all together.
We're like, great, we don't need any death Foley now because we have Sly Stallone doing it all.
Every character that dies is just Sly Stallone making noises.
How different their voices are. They're all like very German, and then suddenly,
Oh, you better not do that, you son of a... I'm coming for you. You won't...
I think someone more talented than me needs to make that into like a Skyrim mod where all the death sounds are just Sly Stallone.
Sly Stallone.
just,
That'll be the new Wilhelm scream is just Sly Stallone grunting at things. King of
Is it
Honor
just
says
a-
one of them is just Orson Welles. The other's James Earl Jones, Joe Pesci. What a group.
Fish sticks.
Sorry, what were you
yes.
going to say? You were going
Oh,
to
I'm
say
just-
something? Yeah.
I'm just imagining in Skyrim now, just all of the guards are just Sly Stallone.
It'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat.
But they're all Sly
Yeah.
Stallone quotes.
used to be a veteran like you that took an arrow in the knee, huh?
They got him in for a 5-hour recording session. He took one take of every line. So even if he flubbed it, he was like, oh, let me take that again.
It's really great when they do the shouts. He's like, Fuzruda.
What's Rada?
So
Fuzroda. This will be the episode we send to his agent.
This is the one where we're like, hey, Sly, we don't know if you're up to anything. I don't know if you've been doing anything lately, but, the old IMDb's looking a bit thin, so I'd slap this one on your desk.
You were in Guardians of the Galaxy for what, like 2 minutes? You should come and do AI Dungeon Crawlers. That's what you should do.
All right, we got text, guys. I'm sorry I took so long.
The alien falls to the floor and writhes in a
sorry.
sticky mass, then starts to tear itself apart.
Oh my god.
Soon it splits apart and the tortured forms stand up, their faces contorted in agony. They look at you with hate in their eyes and shamble towards you.
Back.
You shout and fire again. Your gun clicks empty, and you toss it at the beasts, then bring up your shotgun. You fire, blowing one of the creature's heads off as it reaches for you. But it doesn't stop. It keeps coming, grapples you, and brings you to the ground. You scream as its teeth bite into your flesh, tearing great strips out of your arm.
Ah!
Rest. Oh, sorry.
Damn it.
We can take that read again.
Yeah, we can take that.
Okay.
You scream.
Oh! Jiminy!
Then the rest of your team opens fire.
Bang, bang.
And
Ta-ta,
I think that's
ta-ta, ta-ta.
I think it's the end of Act 1.
What a thrilling adventure.
Yeah.
This is pretty rad, I'm not going to lie. I didn't expect to bump into the alien this quickly. But you know what?
It's aliens now.
Yes.
Well, we don't
You're
know
right,
that. They
dozens
could be
of
a
them.
hive mind.
A singular alien, yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Multiple bodies. That's just a philosophical question of, one mind, several bodies.
Are we even our own people, or are we just a hive of humanity spreading out to space?
Now, before we go any further with this and it devolves into apples again, I'd like to introduce our today's trivia game. Friends, today we're going to be playing the Alien Dating Game. I've got 4 celebrity guest aliens here, each with their own romantic quirks. Can you guess who they are from the 4 clues? The faster you guess, the more points you earn. Everybody ready?
Are they aliens?
These
from,
are
like,
these are
movies?
known film aliens. Yeah,
Okay,
classic
okay.
alien monsters. You just shout them out as soon as you know. Here we go. Alien number 1. Size matters for this alien. The bigger, the better. This alien is as polyamorous as they come.
Mogo, the giant world alien from Green Lantern.
No. This alien is also extremely possessive. Once you're in, there's no going
is it
back.
that Living Planet, the one from Rick and Morty that falls in love with
No,
Rick?
these are famous, well-known film aliens.
No one's ever
from
seen Rick and
great
Morty.
films that everyone knows and loves.
Okay.
Polyamorous, possessive.
Yeah, this is, in fact,
Is this
all of
from
these
Species?
aliens we've talked about
Is this
in
the
the
alien
pre-show
from
today.
Species?
It's not the alien from Species.
Is
I
it
got
a
one
thing?
hint left.
Okay.
Here it is. This alien loves to roleplay. Kinky and fun for everyone.
It's the thing from John
It's the thing from the thing.
Oh, okay, I said
That's
that.
1 point
Right,
for
right.
you.
Thank
Oh, wait, who said that?
Thank you, Jack. I'll take
Oh,
that.
well
I
done,
said
Noah,
I
well
had
done.
said the thing.
When did you say the thing? No,
I said
didn't
the
hear
thing
it.
last when
nope.
right after Eric said the thing from the like the alien from Species. I was like, it's the thing.
All right, fine. I'll give it to you. Here's number 2. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I just thought it'd be too simple because we talked a lot about that in the pre-show.
Yes.
We did.
I wrote all of these earlier today, so I couldn't have possibly known what we would have spoken about. Here's the next one. This alien has always wanted to start a family. This alien is a fan of physical activity. Rock climbing, anyone? This alien wants to treat you to the make-out session of your dreams.
Oh, it's Alien.
It's the
Xenomorph.
alien. It's the alien from Alien. There you go.
The
2
Xenomorph.
points to you. my
Xenomorph
friend.
is the name.
Nah, too bad. Too bad. He's got it. Points to Brian, Eric.
When did he
Here's
go rock
the next
climbing?
one.
Wait, when did the alien go
He
rock climbing?
climbs things. He climbs things a lot. He climbs around
There's
inside.
not a fucking rock in the entire...
It's a climbs
Presumably
around
with all the climbing he does, he
all
would have climbed a
over.
rock
You
at
probably
one point.
enjoy
The
rock
only
climbing.
alien with rocks in it was Alien 3, and that's the one you never talk about.
Well, you know what, Eric?
What about Alien?
Brian
Covenant?
got it. Here's the third one. This alien is rather shy, but protective of what they love. This alien can always tell when things are heating up. This alien loves nothing more than a big, strong man. This alien is the jealous type, often seen arguing with our previous guest.
What? Predator? The Predator.
It's a predator. Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a predator.
Uh,
It's doing
No,
good
when
job.
things are heating up because it's got the
It's
heat.
the heat
Right.
vision.
Vision.
The heat
Yeah,
vision. Yes. All right, you guys are making me feel pretty bad about this game. I'll slop through. Here's the last one. This alien loves nature and walks through the forest.
Predator as well.
E.T.
Yeah, 4 points for Noah. It's
Wait,
E.T.
what?
Yeah.
Excuse
Yeah, it's E.T. You did it. Turns out, I didn't realize this ET's a botanist. He just came to California to pick some plants.
Wait,
Well done.
Did I just get 4 points? And
You
then
got 4 points, yeah.
I my brain's not here. I don't know what's going on.
So what are these points good for? Did we redeem them at the end for like rewards and
No.
money?
No.
think?
In fact, it gets redeemed immediately and in terrible ways. In a terrible way.
Who's today's winner, Noah?
It looks like it's me because you just gave me 4 points for guessing ET.
Well, you guessed it right away, unfortunately, and that's what you get for being so good at games. Noah, would you like to do the recap, or you could defer it to someone if you'd like? I will permit you as our illustrator.
I would like to defer. I apologize.
Okay, defer. Who do you want? Who do you make do it?
You know what?
Lord
Because
and
he's
Savior.
our. Oh, I was gonna say because it's
Congratulations.
our good friend who's come in and helped us last minute here by being our
Right.
guest.
Okay.
I would like Brian.
Brian,
do the
congratulations. You've earned yourself more work to do, as bequeathed by our overlords. Today, you will give us a full recap of our first act in 60 seconds, starting now.
Fantastic. So, our captain, whose name I'm going to spend a good 10 seconds remembering, Major Roland Maruani, on board the Black Widow with his crew of weird German-sounding people who are actually not German at all, have decided that they have come to this place where they have to investigate this monolith, this strange monolith that has appeared, and nobody's technology is working, and nobody has an answer to anything. But finally, the Major was able to get everybody together, get in there, and go find Victor Kasparian, who also had very little to say. And he, when asked, "Are you alone?" a voice from nowhere appears. A low, creepy, ooh voice. It's a tentacle monster with eyes, and it might be a hive mind. We don't know. And they're attacking, and they ripped into the Major's flesh, and now he's screaming, and everybody's shooting, and nobody knows what's going on, but it's gonna be great.
Excellent.
Well done.
Re-endorsement. I'm sure.
This is exactly how the producers did it after the end of the first season, and they were like, listen, it's going to be great. There's flesh, there's blood, there's gore. All the old actors are gone. We got new ones. They're better, I promise. Here we go. Season 2. Kick us off.
All right,
That was
we all have
essentially
new
their
actors.
elevator pitch, you know? You try and pry the creature's teeth off your shoulder. You feel them tearing out your flesh as you pull free. Your comrades help you up, and all of you find your way into a side corridor and seal the door. You're all trapped on the station.
Well, that's just great, isn't it?
You say to your team,
We're either going to have to kill them all or wait for them to kill themselves and then figure out how to get home.
I mean, I like the second one, Captain. I don't know.
Does anyone know where the monsters come from?
Lucy asks.
Yeah, there is a room at the end of this corridor.
Yup says in his dry Swedish way.
Yup, Swit. Classic yup.
That room over there. Did you see it?
Yeah. They're right there.
Yeah, Lucy, you moron.
Yeah, come on. Everyone knows.
Oh, my God.
What are those things? Was it clearly some kind of alien? I mean, duh.
Some kind of tentacle eye monster.
Well, they've
Why
got
you
eyes,
ask
they've got
me, eh?
tentacles.
Clearly, they are big squid men. There's 2 do something stupids. Oh,
What's the-
one
what
do
are-
and one draw. The do is in the corner of the eye, and the draw something for you is from King of 96, saying make the alien have the ability to shapeshift, create instant duplicates. I don't know why that's under draw. If you want to have them just, that just means Control-C, Control-V, baby. Easiest job
boy.
of your life.
Most definitely.
Very easy, right? There's also one here from King of Autumn, a do something stupid that said, Roland opens his phone bracelet to contact any space police or military base to help. I mean, clearly this isn't going to work.
Yeah,
The
the
monolith
space
is
police
cutting
are
every
all-
communication off, yeah.
Space police are all drunk on spine. That's the problem.
Ah, damn it. Yeah, all of them
It's
are
a
in
real
orbit of
problem.
Mars. It'll take them 3.5 months to get here. Oh, what a predicament.
Let's try calling for help.
All right, let's do it. So who's here with us? Is it just Lucy and Yop?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
There was someone else because we said like you stay behind. It said there were 5 of us that came onto here. It said there were 5.
Yeah, you and 4 others. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
are the other 2 just like red shirts? Or are they
unnamed
part of our
red
named?
shirts.
Ensign
That makes
Ricky and Ensign Nikki.
Ricky and Nikki, love them.
What is our station called again? Black
Black
Widow.
Black
Widow.
Widow.
Why? What are you thinking? Oh, this is you calling for help. Oh, people would like to know where Freya and Victor went. Victor's not still with us, is he?
No, I think
Oh.
Victor
No.
just stayed in the room.
He's pretty metal.
Maybe some sort of conduit for this fucking.
Yeah, it could be
Conduit.
it's a mystery. We'll find out later. Maybe he got eaten. Maybe he sicked them on us. Freya, I
guess,
feel, is still
on the Black
ship,
Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she hasn't even come in yet. Because she's actually German. Oh, yeah, she did, and I didn't do German.
Yeah.
That's
That was it,
Yeah, I'm glad you remembered. I didn't want to be the one to tell you.
It's okay, I've got. It's fine.
Well, don't stop talking on my account, guys.
I'm watching Noah draw, to be honest. I like
Oh,
this.
hold on.
I
Hey,
can't
King
see
of
what I'm
Autumn's
doing.
just now following us.
What?
Wait a minute.
Wait, hold on. No, that can't be right. There's no way. Are you serious?
King of Autumn
Scrolling back.
unfollowed just for the
Did
satisfaction
you
of following
unfollow just to
again.
follow again?
He was trying to cut the
Goodness.
tension of no one saying anything for a good
No one
2
saying
minutes
anything.
while Eric typed.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh my god. I'm scrolling through and I'm trying to
Here-
see when he followed. He must have. It must have been ages ago.
He
Here's a-
says for
Alright.
some reason it unfollowed.
Oh, well, welcome back. It's good to have you.
Yeah.
Here's actually something that I want to point out that's making me laugh because it said earlier in it that it said Yop, one of the greatest commanders you've ever known. Now I had already designed Yop based on earlier's description of the fact that he's a linguist and a therapist, decidedly not a commando,
Right.
which is very interesting now seeing him in the getup that I have. Which I mean, it's like not Space Marine, like not your usual kind of Space Marine getup, but like the fact that this guy is like just.
He's the best commanding officer I've ever seen.
No, he's
Look at him
a
in that
commando.
Mr. Freeze costume.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. He looks like Mr. Freeze, which is very, very. I'm okay with it. I'll take it.
All right, we got text.
You open your
okay.
communicator on your wrist and broadcast on all frequencies.
Mayday, Mayday. The Black Widow station has been invaded by something. I don't know what they are. Does anyone read me?
You wait a few seconds for a reply.
Come in, Deep Tan 474. Please respond.
You wait a few more seconds, and you hear a crackle, then static.
I
have you loud and clear. Oh, that's you.
Oh no, that's you. That's
Oh,
you.
that's the
I was
voice. Come back.
Go.
Hey, I got you loud and oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry, no, hold on. I'll
No,
hang
you
up.
first. No, you
cut,
first, please.
cut.
I-
Let's
I
get
got
a new. Come on, this
All right, take
season
it
2,
again, come
guys.
on.
Come on.
Let's get a new actor in for the.
We got
You're
the budget.
God, I
New
hope they
actor.
cut these moments out of the show this time.
I have you loud and clear.
Stallone comes back.
We're sending out in 10 minutes.
Your heart leaps. You make your way back to the storage room and open the door. The monsters are still there, tearing themselves apart and each other apart.
Oh, God, close that door real quick. Who, boys, don't go in there.
Must have grabbed the wrong
Ooh-wee.
head.
Sorry, guys. Am I interrupting something? Horrifying. So what, do we just lock ourselves in this room for 10 minutes? I feel like something needs to happen.
It'll have to
What do
be
you
a
guys
really drawn out and dramatic 10 minutes.
Very,
Done
10
not
minutes
in real time.
real time. Who wants to go into the fun monster pit? Definitely don't want to go in there. It's gross, and it's full of monsters tearing themselves and one another apart. There's no reason to go there.
Anyone
In
who
fact,
wants
why
to
is
go
the
in,
linguist even here?
anyone who wants to go in can raise their hand and the disembodied hand of anything they find nearby.
I mean, I feel like the room has to be somehow compromised that we have to go in there.
Right, yeah, of course. We can't just hide out here for 10 minutes until help arrives. Alternatively, I mean, who knows what kind of help is coming in. We'll never know.
There'll be more aliens.
It's Sylvester Stallone.
It's just Stallone. It's the crew of the Expendables come by. Ooh.
I think one of them
There's a
sees us. How do you spell shrieks, everyone? Just so that I can
S-H-R-I-E-K.
shrieks.
There's also a thing from Red Gamer Soul talking about the bite on your arm beginning to mutate.
Ooh, that's cool.
I was in the same kind of thought.
Nice. Something's wrong. When did we get bitten? What do you mean, when did we get bitten? We tore the flesh off of our arms like not 15
Eric did a
minutes ago.
wonderful scream take that we actually
And then
went
we
back
did it
and got
again.
several takes of because it was that good.
Yeah, we brought him in for ADR. It was excellent. Yeah, but not bitten. I mean, presumably your mouth is involved.
All right, well, when we're done splitting those hairs, I got something here that we can split.
Country Bun says maybe it carries a genetic legacy of the ancient carnivorous humans from Tartarus.
Oh, yeah, those guys.
Spud Wizard left for a minute. Definitely missed the bite. Yeah, so at the end of the first act, one just jumped onto us, tore a bit of our arm off. We screamed. All of our buds opened fire, and then we took a season break, refreshed all of our actors, and came back.
Yeah, it wasn't just the aliens. Literally, the whole cast has been replaced.
Whole cast. We got a new CG team working on the aliens, so they look different. We lost our set to Star Trek, so now we're filming on the set of Stargate Universe. We're just splitting. It's like a timeshare in there. It's messy as hell.
Funny enough,
Anything
when
we
they
spill, we
did
gotta mop up.
when they did the 2010 reboot, they actually got around that by having Andy Serkis play every character mocapped.
Right, and then Sylvester Stallone did the voices in post.
But as they split, the pieces keep standing up, and soon they've multiplied into a writhing mass of endless horror. One of them turns their eye stalks towards you, and it shrieks. Oh, sorry. We keep.
Sorry.
It's
Keep
just
speaking over me.
ADR
Come on,
all
dude.
over the place here. It turns its eye stalks towards you and shrieks. They all stop and look at you, and then rush the door.
Run.
You yell. You all run down the hall, trying to find somewhere to hide. As you run, you start feeling your shoulder bites start to burn.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You yell as you quickly try to come up with an exit strategy. The creatures are not far behind you and gaining fast. You all start to run a little faster, despite your fears, when Yup trips and falls.
No! No,
He's on
not
his
Yup!
feet in a second, but the creatures are on him long before you can help. You hear him scream in pain as his flesh is ripped from his bones. You feel your shoulder blades start to burn.
We're with Lucy, right?
Grizzly.
Oh my god! Yup, no! Everyone's favorite Swedish lover.
No,
Sorry, that's not what I meant to say. That's not the word I meant to say.
Are you sure?
I just saw that. I saw that Paul was here. Hey, Paul.
Hey.
Then I just Freudian slip. That's what happened. Thanks for joining us, friend. Thank
Paul
you
is
for
your
rating and
Swedish
etc.
lover? How's that a
He is my
Freudian slip?
Swedish lover. My Swedish Australian love nester.
Paul.
He's gonna come back as a living Swedish skeleton. I'm your Swedish love.
Red Gamer Soul says, how did this show get picked up for 9 more seasons? There was
This is
nothing on TV
Backstory
in
Corner.
1962, so...
Yeah, this is what we have here is the special backstory corner. So, Jesse and Brian, give us a little bit of history of this show and how it continued to endure for as long as it did.
Well, it's interesting, actually, because Brian actually did his pop culture thesis on this show.
Oh, how convenient.
Yeah, and all 9 of its seasons. Brian, what was the most, crazy fact that you learned about the filming of this show?
Honestly, the craziest fact that I learned was that the actor who played Yup is also the actor who played the writhing tentacle mass.
Oh.
Or at least we're talking the actor who played Yop in the first season.
Right.
So
Oh,
when the
right.
tentacle mass appears, that's the same actor who couldn't do the Swedish accent, and that they had to fire him because
Oh.
he was unable to do it.
But he could do a really
so-
great Sylvester Stallone impersonation.
He could do a really good one, and so that's why he's actually still on the show as Sylvester Stallone
Right.
over the
'cause
radio.
They couldn't afford the real Sylvester Stallone.
Right.
Yeah,
Because we
and
had him for
they
the
were-
first season.
Well, the director was just like, you know what? I really want Sylvester Stallone in this somewhere. And I need him in this. No, you don't understand. He has to be here or I walk. And so this was the compromise that they came up with, the producers and the director. But the funny part about it is that they ended up getting this other guy, this new guy to play Yup, and he was great. He looked the part. He looked just like the other guy, but he could do the voice a bit better. And it turns out he was a real fucking asshole. So they killed him off.
No.
So he was in the first episode, and they killed off the new actor.
I
who
can't
just taken
stand this
over.
guy. What a jerk.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the problem is a lot of it was they were flying by the seat of their pants. But they did a really, really good job despite that. And I think you need to watch the show with that in mind.
Yeah.
All right.
To remember
well,
that.
why don't we pick up where we left off
Yeah,
then? and see
I
how
do
this
look
colors
forward to
our
hearing
understanding?
more tidbits from your thesis later on.
Oh,
Yeah.
We'll
We'll
definitely
call
come back
that,
to
yeah.
this. Lucy looks at you with horror in her eyes. She says,
Commander, your shoulder.
you look at your shoulder and see a small tentacles starting to grow from the wound. You look at her wrist flamethrower and you say,
Burn it.
She raises her flamethrower and burns the wound, trying to sanitize the alien infection. You feel the skin burn and your vision goes red with pain. When your vision clears, you see your wound sanitized and nothing more than a bad sunburn. Your shoulder still hurts like hell, but it's not going to turn you into one of those things.
Thanks, Lucy.
You all run down the hall, the sounds of the monsters getting closer and closer. Then you hear a new noise over the monster screeches. An engine rumble.
Ah,
my
legendary Foley.
Thank you.
Legendary.
This is the engine rumble. Lovely. In the meantime, we have some more bits from your thesis here, Brian. Sticky Stickman would like to know, why are there only Germans, Swedish, and Russians in space? What happened to America?
Well, the producers were all really concerned that there was too many Americans being portrayed in space movies.
Right. After the
'cause they-
moon landing, that was a big concern.
Well, it was a huge concern, and also like there was some public backlash, like because they had originally cast a bunch of Americans. They're like, oh my god, another horror for TV series featuring only Americans. Do you not realize that there are so many different cultures on the space station? And so the producers kind of were like, they're right. What are we gonna do? And so they fired everybody, and they hired a bunch of Americans who could do accents, or so they thought.
Oh. Wait. Oh.
It's interesting
So
that
they
this
didn't
series...
diversify their casting. They diversified by getting more Americans who could pass as diversity.
Well, that's what
Exactly.
diversity was in the 60s, Jack. It's just,
Yeah, right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's funny that this series actually now lives on in its cult following and its infamy because it has broken several world records for the most recastings of any
Really?
TV show. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. More than, Doctor Who or James Bond. They recast
Yeah, because
every
they have
season.
recasted everyone every season.
Is there anybody who's stayed consistent throughout the show? Any actors?
Well, the original Yup, according to Brian, right?
Yeah, because he just changed castings.
Yeah.
He turned into the villain.
Oh, so
also-
like not even our lead was like the same actor all the way through. It's not like Nathan Fillion signed on and was stuck on the whole time.
Well, after they fired the original American guy who was supposed to play the Major, they realized that the Major could still be American because
Right.
he was
Yeah.
American, and so they hired a new guy because they were too embarrassed to go back to the old guy.
Right. This is the
yeah.
most Canadian casting call I've
Well,
ever
I
heard
think
in
at
my
one
life.
at one point Charlton Heston was in talks to play the Major, but I think he dropped out before filming even started, so he doesn't really
Yeah.
count.
dropped
When
off
did
the
this-
face of this earth.
Yeah,
When was this?
ambiguously 60s.
Yeah, ambiguously.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll take
20th
it.
century. We got text. Let's go.
You look out the window and see the monolith moving closer. You hit the intercom and say,
Victor, why are we moving to the monolith? What do these aliens want? And why are you helping them?
you hear his voice over the intercom.
Sorry, Commander. I had to. The monolith is a ship, and it's going to take me and my team home. Goodbye.
Oh,
No!
You scream over the intercom. You keep running and try and open the door to the bridge, but it won't give. You can only stand by and watch as the window fades to black just before you get there. The alien ship has blocked out all light.
oh my God.
End of Act
Oh.
2.
Is that the end of Act 2? Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
The discovery of horrible things that Victor's been up to. Victor says,
I have a
"For
feeling that-
Mother Russia."
I have a feeling that Victor is not who he says he is. I don't think he's actually a Russian guy.
Oh yeah,
named
let's
Victor.
do
I
some
think,
some fan theories
yeah,
here from
I think he's
first-time
like an
viewers.
alien in disguise or something.
Ooh, okay.
Though I do want to add in just quickly, I'm really excited for us to get into season 3 because season 3 it really picks up.
Okay.
And you'll
I've heard that.
you'll
I've heard
see.
that.
Yeah, you'll see. Episode 2, I think about 15 minutes in, it's like chef's kiss.
Okay.
I mean, they really did milk those hallway scenes. So people said 26 episodes of just walking down a hallway to a bridge. You couldn't do it, but
Yeah, they did it.
They made it work.
And you know,
sort of.
They had a limited budget. They spent all their money on tentacles, and you know,
And they just reused
I mean, to be
sets
fair,
from other shows.
There's a lot of tentacles, so I can see why they spent so much money on it.
I mean,
that's true.
4 episodes of Yop getting ripped apart.
you know. Also, that is one more thing I want to add from the thesis. They would have to reshoot a lot of these scenes. Like they would do 8-hour days, sometimes only shooting one scene because the director they'd film it and then he'd be like, no, it's not enough tentacles. And so they had the
Right.
prop shop basically on set every day, constantly making more tentacles. Until at one point the producers had to call and be like, look, we're gonna lose the studio if we make any more tentacles. You have to use what you got.
Yeah. They were filming the Dick Van Dyke Show next door,
Yeah.
and the tentacles kept spilling into the skits.
That's just to give you an idea of how many tentacles they
Yeah, I know.
they had.
And interestingly enough, it was a younger Jim Henson, in his early days as a puppeteer who would go in
Oh, yeah.
late at night at the studio just to build all of these tentacles, because he was
Many
like,
people
I
don't
gotta go
realize-
in off the clock, like we gotta get it done.
Many people don't realize that all of the original Muppets originally were filled with just writhing masses of tentacles.
This was the Jim
All
Henson's
right.
workshop. Was that?
Jack, you've
Frank,
been encouraging
I'm
this.
gonna
Don't
put yourself-
all right, me.
I'm ending this
Don't all
convo
right,
here, and
me.
I'm saying
It was
this
your
week,
idea.
This week on movie night, we watched Ridley Knight's Alien.
Ridley Knight's
Scott's. All right.
You watch it at
this
night.
This week on movie night, we watched Ridley Scott's Alien, circa 1979. It was an absolute blast. Let's test your knowledge of this genre-defining classic in yet another lightning round. Shout out the answers. The clock is ticking. Here we go. What was Alien originally titled?
A lonely spaceship.
No, sadly.
The Devil's Kiss.
How not
I
to
know this.
how not to kiss.
Nope.
No, I
The
know-
Xenomorph.
No, I know this.
Ouch, my tummy hurts.
2.
In space, no one
One.
can hear you scream.
Star Beast. Question
Ooh.
2.
Yes.
Fill in the blank. Star Beast. An editor left a note on the script that read, "It's like blank, only in space," to help sell the film to 20th Century Fox.
It's like
Jaws?
H.R. Geiger, but in space.
It's like Jaws. That's a point for you. Nice. Question 3. Alien is has an iconic aesthetic, but only because production designers removed there from which failed sci-fi adaptation?
Sorry, repeat that. It cut out for me.
So Alien has an iconic aesthetic, but only because the production designers removed there from which failed sci-fi adaptation?
Star Trek.
Dune.
No. It is Dune. Hodorowski's Dune.
Did it.
What is the name of the giant dead alien pilot discovered by the crew?
Spaceman McUnfortunate.
No.
The engineer.
No. It's a much more
The
whimsical.
pilot.
Dave.
No, very whimsical.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum?
I'll say it has something to do with horses.
Stallion
jockey.
Mustang the third.
Close, Noah.
Clydesdale.
You're missing a sort of important noun used as an adjective.
Nay.
We have 5, 4, 3.
It's
Two.
been too
Winnie.
long since I've
One.
watched Alien.
It's a space jockey. They called it the
Space
space
jockey.
jockey.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, nope. Sorry. There's 2 more questions. I'm going to keep going. Ridley Scott wanted the sets to feel larger. How did he accomplish this
By
with a
making
single
them
phone
bigger.
call?
He added
No.
tentacles.
With a single phone call.
Oh,
What
single
did he
phone
do?
phone call?
Yeah, didn't have to build anything. Made the sets feel larger. What did he do?
Lighting. He changed the lighting to.
No.
Oh.
Even
He got-
worse. 5 seconds.
Worse.
He got a
he
mirror.
He cut off the
3.
legs of the bottom part of the legs. Oh, yeah.
One. John Hurt's legs just cut off. No, he called in his 2 sons to play stand-ins. Apparently, it was so swelteringly hot that they passed out like 3 times in those suits.
Oh boy.
Yeah, bless them. All right, what legendary actress was also considered for the role of Ripley?
Jane Fonda.
No.
Maggie Smith.
No.
Sheila Loren.
No.
Jodie
Jamie Lee
Foster.
Curtis.
I'm going to give you 5 seconds. 4,
Callista Flockhart.
Judi Dench.
2,
Nancy
1.
Reagan. Julia Rivers. Whoopi
The
Goldberg.
answer is Meryl
Joan Rivers.
Streep.
Meryl Streep?
Oh.
So listen to this. The casting team initially considered Meryl Streep for the role of Ripley, but decided against it. They felt that it wouldn't be right to approach Streep, whose boyfriend at the time had just died from cancer, and making a role about a film where everyone around her dies gruesome, horrible deaths, and she's the only one to survive seemed a bit uncouth at the time.
I mean, good on them. You know, that's
Yeah,
surprisingly
bless.
smart
That-
thinking for
An
Hollywood.
Yeah.
amazing piece of tact.
Isn't that fun? All right, folks. Who is our winner? Noah?
I feel like Eric got the most.
Do believe it's Eric because I've been focused on drawing. I forgot
Which-
to actually make proper tally
shit.
marks.
This hallway looks amazing.
Oh, I wish I could see it. I'm
This
so
is why they spent 22 episodes in this hallway.
All right, Eric, we're going into the final season, season 3. Well, it went for 9. We're going into just the final season for tonight, which is season 3. You ready to give us a recap of the previous season?
Oh, sure.
60 seconds, starting now.
Sometimes your shoulder hurts when an alien bites it, but you're going to rip yourself away and find a way out in the hallway. They multiply. You don't know how many of them there are, but you know that one is too many. So you run away trying to find out what's happening, and you'll lose a friend. He'll be teared apart in front of you, but you won't think about it that much because tentacles will be growing out of your body, and the only way to stop it is an arm-mounted flamethrower that can sanitize the wound. Sometimes the ship starts moving to a monolith, and the monolith is getting bigger and bigger. You don't know why everything keeps getting bigger in this world, but one thing's for certain, you feel pretty small right now. So you make your way to the bridge. The door is locked, and you're tired of this shit. It's time to blow this popsicle stand and go home.
Here we go.
That was the
All right, friends, we're moving on.
last season.
Yeah, I'm so pumped. Yeah, last time on. And what is this show called, by the way? Brian, you did the dissertation on it.
I think it's called it's
You wrote a
called
paper.
Yeah, I know. I'm the
Has many
suspense. The suspense is part of it.
But you just know so many of the pilot names that it's
Yeah.
hard to think of it.
I think the name was Eyes in the Sky, a Star Fable.
Ooh.
That was the name that they settled
Eyes in
on.
the sky.
And I'm glad they did. Here's the 3rd season of Eyes in the Sky, a Star Fable. Take it away.
You say.
I'm through with this station. Lucy, blow the door.
Lucy nods and sticks a string of grenades to the door.
You might want to dock.
She says and pulls the pins. You duck, and the entire team huddles in the corner as the explosion destroys the door.
Whenever she gets really intense, she really loves Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
Yeah.
Well, it was recasted again. This is a
Might
new
want the dog.
season with a new cast.
It was
it
Arnold
was just-
Schwarzenegger in a pigtailed wig.
It was just it was the ADR at that point. Something weird happened on the ADR side.
All of her lines got transferred into Arnold one-liners. from
Going to
other
take
movies.
out the pin.
So somebody had a line, a file labeled you might want to, or a reel labeled you might want to duck. and they didn't put the names of the actors on them, so they ended up putting the Arnold one on by accident. And it was too late. When they realized it was too late, they couldn't fix it.
I suppose it was better than the Donald and the Daffy ones, right?
Yeah, way better. But I mean, like they tried to adjust by like raising the music and like making the music a little louder. But
Yeah, it's just like a little too loud. You'll see it in this next scene. The music's actually quite loud. Take it away.
You run through it and find yourself on the bridge. In front of you, thousands of screens show scenes of human suffering. Old men and young children all showing signs of major illness. A screen shows children with cancer crying in pain as they beg not to be hurt anymore. In front of the screen sits Victor, Lucy, and Yup.
Were they in on this?
I feel like they were. Nobody's been giving us a straight answer this whole fucking
you're right.
time.
I feel like it's been pretty clear if they were. Can we get some Jesus in the chat, please? Thank you very much.
Jeez. Oh my God, what do we do? What do we say?
Oh my God, I don't know. What? So, Lucy blew the door.
But then also there's a Lucy clone sitting in front of the screen.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out. Lucy blew open the door. Yup here was with us. How did they, in front of the screen, how did they get there?
Wait, was Yup with us?
No, Yup was killed,
died.
right?
He was ripped
Yup
apart.
Yup died.
We could
Yup
could alter
died,
it.
yeah.
Maybe it's Freya that's sitting in front of us with Victor.
No, I
and
think
Yup.
it's great. I think, well, this whole thing has been a acid trip of a thing. And I think nothing we see is 100% real or right?
Mysterious P would like you to also see yourself amongst that group as well.
Ooh.
Yeah. Spooky stuff. Spooky stuff. This spooky alien monolith.
But, Brian, you weren't kidding when you said season 3 is really when it starts to pick up, right?
It picked up so fast.
It went from kind of, a little bit predictable, generic alien horror to just some real mindfuck stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, a little, not in the best taste, to be honest.
Well, they didn't ask Meryl Streep to be in it.
Ooh. Mysterious P says they made an army of clones to come back to Earth as if nothing happened and then take over.
Ooh.
It's pretty cool.
You take off your helmet. You look around. Your men have disappeared and you're standing alone.
What is happening here? Who are all of you?
Victor smiles and shakes his head.
Been snooping around too much. You're not supposed to be here.
You look down and find you have a pistol in your hands. Without hesitation, you point it at him and pull the trigger. Nothing happens. He just keeps smiling.
You can't kill me, or any of us, until we are done serving our purpose.
A series of explosions rock the ship.
Dude, this is cool as hell. This is really exciting. Can we just hit enter? Do you mind?
I'm going to ask him what the purpose is.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, damn.
Here we go.
And what purpose would that be?
Lucy pulls out a knife and slashes Yop's throat open. Blood pours down his shirt as he tries to stop the bleeding. He falls to the ground, choking in his own blood as it pours onto the floor. You watch as Victor draws a silver pistol. You watch as he fires and the bullet goes straight through Lucy's eye. It explodes from the back of her skull in a shower of blood and brains. Her limp body falls to the ground.
God. Spud Wizard says they hated the actor so much they killed him off twice. Oh my God. This
I'm
is
just
too
hitting
much.
enter. I want to see
He
what
just
happens.
became the
This is
Kenny
so weird.
of this show. Every season he dies.
Maybe that's the hell of this, this station.
Maybe we're in hell.
Yeah. As soon as the monolith came, yeah.
See, that's where the other name comes from, Space Hell. But they thought that was a bit too on the nose. And
They gave away the end.
Oh, right.
Gave away the
Right.
end.
So they called it Eyes in the Skies, a Star Fable instead.
That one sounded better as an Alan Parsons project.
Space Hell was a bit too on the nose.
They wanted something, that shook up the movie business.
Yeah.
I just didn't enter that.
She's dead.
All right.
And all you can think of is that she had the best tasting coffee.
Bro, come on, man.
You stare at Victor in shock as he points his gun at you and fires.
Oh, God.
Just hit and enter again. Where are we going, AI? Oh my God. This is sick,
This is
though.
intense.
This is crazy.
Welcome to space hell.
He just says, welcome to space hell.
You feel the bullet go through your chest. It burns like nothing you've ever felt before. You fall to the ground and watch as he walks over to finish you off. You try to scream as his face changes into something else. Something inhuman. The last thing you hear is a whisper in your ear.
We've been watching you. We know everything about you. You can't escape us. Your body then goes...
Nope, that's not me.
Cut! Fire this actor too.
God damn it! We're right at the end of the season. Right at the end of the season.
ADR!
Ah, damn it. That's $50,000 down the drain.
Get that
You know how
German
many
actor
people were
back.
just killed in this scene?
You
Oh.
don't read the stage direction.
This isn't my world.
All right, okay, all right. Let's take it back to ones, everybody.
All
take
right,
it
let's.
back to ones.
We'll go. The last thing you hear is
All
a
right.
whisper in your ear.
We've been watching you. We know everything about you. You can't escape us.
Your body then goes cold as the life slips away from you.
I mean-
do we want to do one more?
It feels a bit like an ending. Humanity's doomed and etc. It sounds a lot like that plot that we were hearing, a shapeshifter, cloning aliens kind of situation. But
We could, if we like, this is the end of the story of our protagonist. Maybe we see an epilogue of what happens.
I'd like to look at the monologue. On the monolith.
Monolith.
oh, the monolith, yeah, as we die, kind of thing.
Monolith. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
let's get
you
some
turn your head out the
answers.
window, and
I will remind you, there are 6 more seasons.
Well, yeah, it kind
So,
of became
who
an
knows?
anthology after the story of Roland
Oh, I
was
see.
over,
It
right?
kind of became like
It
three.
moved on. It was like
season
Star Trek:
arcs.
The Next Generation kind of thing.
Yeah. Of the 3 arcs, because you have 1 through 3,
Yeah.
4 through 6, and then 7 through 9. Which of those trilogies is your favorite, Brian?
Season 4 is really cool.
Yeah.
3 is, I think, objectively the best season because there's just so much that just changes suddenly. They almost
Yeah,
completely changed the show from where it was going, and the pace picked up. Seasons 5 and 6 kind of really fall flat,
Yeah.
which is a real shame because it was just starting to get somewhere. But it kind of is worth it when you get to season 7 and 8, and then it finishes so beautifully. I can't say it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who may not
Oh,
have seen
okay,
it.
yeah.
But
Well, let's watch the end of this.
I will
third
say though,
season.
hot take that weird like musical episode they did in season 7 that
Oh,
everyone
they just
said.
did Carrie?
Yeah, everyone said it was like the Scrappy Doo of that kind of. But I think that was my favorite episode. I know that's controversial, but
it is such a good episode.
Yeah.
I think it's the episode that I realized, okay, this show has me again.
Mhm.
You know, like when you watch a show and like you have a couple, it has a couple bad seasons, and you're like, I don't know if I'm into this anymore, but I've come so far.
yeah.
That's kind of where 5 and 6 leave you, or 5 and 6 leave you, and then season 7, that musical episode comes on, and you're tapping your foot, and you're singing along,
Right.
and you're like, all right, this is the stuff.
Who doesn't love a musical clip show?
Well, we
Yeah,
got the end of the
we-
third
we
season.
got-
I want to see how it ends.
You turn your head out the window and see the monolith. It opens up and swallows your ship as you enter an alien dimension.
Oh.
The ship disappears from the galaxy.
taking Victor home.
There we go.
Wow.
Just like he said it was.
That's pretty awesome.
It's pretty cool. That I don't know. In some ways, the story
cat's
was
here.
pretty tight from the AI. Like
Yeah, I agree.
that was pretty crazy. Do we want to, while we make the song, do some epilogues?
Yeah, I'd be down to see that.
Yeah.
Chat, thank you so much for watching this first 3 seasons of Star Fable here with us. What was it called again? Eyes in the Sky, a classic. We stopped it right before, we moved on to the second arc, so maybe we'll come back to it. But in the meantime, why don't you toss me some song titles here into the chat? I will pick the best one, and we'll have the AI generate a whole song for us to sing through. Red Gamer Soul would like the song to be the intro to the show, so give me some song titles that would be the opening credits number for this show. In the meantime, go ahead and take us through, shall we?
All right, I've got an epilogue lined up. I'm looking forward to like a 60s. What are we laughing at?
Best
Sylvester
tasting
Stallone.
coffee.
Yeah. Virgil,
I'm convinced that Mysterious Peace spends the entire episode coming up with
writing
song
them
titles
down
for the
on
end,
sticky
and then
notes.
just Control C's them into the chat because they come so quickly.
Oh, it's so good.
All right, let's do an epilogue. Meanwhile, back on Earth.
Back on Earth. The governments of Earth launch a full-scale assault on the planet. They throw millions of troops and hundreds of thousands of bombs at the planet. The massive force is too much for the inhabitants to handle. The military launches a full-scale occupation. Nothing is left alive.
I feel like that was an early treatment.
We're already in the alien dimension, so
Yeah.
blow up the planet all you want.
Yeah, I know. Let's retry that. Let's Drink to Forget. I want something that has to do with our story.
Meanwhile, back on Earth, your team was sent to investigate the disappearance of the Black Widow. A rescue team is sent to the station, but can find no trace of you or the station. They return to Earth, and your profile is put on the internet. People from around the world try to piece together what happened to you, but no leads ever turn up. Your sister tries for years to get to the bottom of your disappearance, but eventually she gives up out of sadness and frustration.
Oh. Brian, who played the sister?
Oh, the sister. That was actually Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, when they finally got rid of the Yop guy, she's like, okay, I'll come on to the...
Yeah. She'd worked with him before, and she was like, I'm not working with that guy. And now here's the thing, though. She actually ended up, her career, really skyrocketed after that. So, that was, the beginning. And, or something. Don't fact check.
That's usually how beginnings work, yeah.
That's why because she was originally going to be the new protagonist and was going to venture out into space to investigate this herself. But because she had these other things, they wrote her out, saying that she just gave up to sadness and frustration.
Right, and that was season 4, right?
That was season 4. Yeah, that was definitely season 4.
Well, we have season 5. The Black Widow returns.
The Black Widow has been to Earth before, but not for decades. Your actions changed all that. The monolith appeared, and it brought the spiders.
Yeah, see, this is why season 5
Spiders.
kind of is weird, because the spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Right.
if they'd given the spiders the same treatment that they'd given the tentacles in season 2 and 3, then I think it would have been good. But they were just have you seen the Lord of the Rings animated films?
Yeah.
Specifically, the Fellowship with what they did with the Nazgul.
Oh yeah.
It's like that. It's not good. It's not good.
It's like we could have done with it. It would have been elevated to not have it, not just
Yeah. We would definitely have done better.
Well, there's also this part. It says
They are breeding at an alarming rate thanks to the constant food supply from Earth. It only took a few months for the spiders to hatch and start breeding.
So I think they tried to do the tentacle thing. They tried to oh shit, these things aren't as scary. They're not breeding at an alarming rate. We'll have them lay a lot of eggs. But, egg sacs are not splitting tentacles. Brian, what was season
6.
What would be on 6 called?
Season 6 was called it was called The End of Times.
Oh, wow. They were really setting this up to be the end, huh?
Well,
no,
yeah,
no, no.
wanted
they
a 6-season arc.
I think they intended to end it with season 6, but they got extended for a couple more, and they were like,
Oh,
well,
right before it was
finally
finished.
caught on.
we'll write ourselves out of this corner. Whatever.
They're like, well, actually, the show's pretty good now. Shit. Sorry, Mom.
The end of times. The spiders spread across the globe and wipe out most of humanity. They poison the earth and water with their waste and consume everything left alive. You are part of the past now. Your memory lives on in your sister, who still tries to find out what happened to you. Your story is only a footnote in the history books.
Whoa.
They brought the sister back, but it wasn't Meryl Streep anymore. See?
Oh, who did they get to replace Meryl? Oh, that's big shoes.
They got.
There's a young Liza Minnelli.
they were in talks. They were in talks with Liza Minnelli, but she couldn't do it. So they ended up casting. They ended up casting Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster. Wow.
Yeah. And now that was so. This is why season 7 gets really good.
Oh, right. Because you have
yeah.
Jodie Foster, who plays off of Glenn Close for the next little while.
That's an iconic duo right there.
Yeah.
And like the best part is Jodie Foster was so good in this season, and it's literally the only redeeming part of the end of times.
Really? Was Jodie Foster?
Yeah, so that's why they decided to write 3 more seasons, because they were like, well, we have Jodie Foster. And she's
I didn't know
willing.
that. That's interesting. Yeah.
You'd think they would have learned their lesson, because clearly for season 7 they no longer had Jodie Foster.
I enjoy that your background is a spider, and we have in fact now seen spiders.
Yeah, I thought I'd update it again back to
Comes around.
Keep what goes around comes around.
No, it's fitting. It's fitting.
Before we're here all night discussing the infinite timeline that is
right, of course.
Eyes in the Sky, Space
I've got
Fable
here I've got here a link to our song. The opening number called Eyes on You, Space Person, a sultry 60s opening number. They didn't really nail down the feel of the show, and it was so beloved. It was a #1 hit across 9 different countries at the time that they couldn't change it after the show opened. So they just kept it being, which always felt quite strange, especially with 4 episodes of Yop dying interspersed with this lovely tune sung by the one and only Dusty Springfield. So it was a bold choice, but, we love it. So let me know when you guys are all in. In the meantime, Brian, you're our guest. Would you like to sing a chorus, a verse, or the bridge?
You can go ahead and give me the chorus. That sounds fun.
The chorus
Love
last
to
week
hear
was
it.
excellent, so I hope it's at least as good.
Oh, it's
Oh my-
excellent.
Why do you
Can't
say
wait
that?
to
I
have
have
you. Well,
shoes
no,
to fill.
No,
you did it.
No,
nothing,
you
nothing,
really
nothing
don't.
to do
You
with
really
who
don't.
performed it.
There's no filling
Already
those shoes.
filled them.
Go watch
Those
that
shoes were
VOD.
Birkenstocks. They weren't even shoes. There were so many holes in those shoes. Eric, would you like a verse or the chorus?
I'll take verse 1.
Sorry, I'm so used to saying the chorus. You'll take verse 1. Jesse, do you want verse 2 or the bridge?
You know what? I haven't done the bridge in a while. Maybe I'll do the bridge.
All right. So
Sounds
Eric,
fun.
you're kicking us off with verse 1. Then it'll be you, Brian. I'll take verse 2. Then it'll be you, Brian. And then Jesse will take the bridge. And then it'll be you, Brian, kicking us off. Yeah? That feel good?
That feels good.
All right, friends. Give me a second here to plug my piano in. I'm so excited for this. This is a beautiful song. Just a lovely, strangely counter to the feel of the rest of the show kind of tune. You'll hear it in a second.
It's bringing me back.
This is the one opening number I would never skip,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
with lots of space imagery.
It's just me and thee, and everyone is out to see our love come undone. They're all staring at you, my little space person. They don't understand the way you hold my hand in yours. The sparks that always fly when we're dancing so close. They don't know what it's like to be loved by someone like you. So, baby, put your eyes on me. Don't think about anyone else but me, yeah. And I know it seems absurd, but darling, that's what
what you need to do. Just put your eyes on me.
And normally this is where the season recap would start of like previously on, but instead here's a surprise second verse as the song keeps going. They can't help but see we're more than just a show. You can see why they cut
More
it.
than just a show.
So darling, let them stare while we dance close and slow.
We don't care that they're staring at
We'll
us.
never take away all the moments that we shared so far.
Those moments are ours.
Don't put your eyes on. Oh, we're not there yet. I said you
Oh, it's
see
fine.
they.
It crossfades.
Don't think about anyone else but me. Yeah. And I know it seems absurd, but darling, that's what you need to do. Just put your eyes on me. They changed it up a bit for that one.
When you look at me,
Look at me
there's only me in your eyes.
in your eyes.
You make me feel
Make me feel
so loved and appreciated. So put your eyes on me.
Don't think about anyone else but me. Yeah.
Put your eyes on me.
Yeah, yeah. And I know it seems absurd, darling. That's what you need to do. Just put your eyes on me.
Don't be blinking now.
Well, there's nothing else to say except that you can find us on YouTube and Instagram at AI Dungeon Crawlers. Type ! Discord into the chat to join our Discord community. And I leave you with this. We are all like butterflies that flutter for a day and think it is forever. Screw you, Carl Sagan. We're going to live forever. Let's go!
Let's go!
Stream never ends. Show goes on forever. There is no stopping us. Never, sir. No siree.
Bye.
What do you guys want to do now?